Alrighty. So I watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 for the second time today. Honestly, I think it got even better because there's like little things that I noticed this time around. I cried this time. Such a phenomenal film experience. So today I thought I'd stop and talk about my favorite song from each of the Guardians of the Galaxy films. This is difficult. I really like a lot of the songs on these soundtracks. I mean, I've been listening to the first film soundtrack for like since it came out for like 9 years. So for that first movie, there's a so many good songs. Hooked on a Feeling, Spirit in the Sky, so many iconic songs. I Want You Back. Is the way it's using the credits with the like potted group dancing. That's just really funny. Um, the movie ends with Ain't No Mountain High Enough, which is a really good choice. But the one I'm going to go with for my favorite song in the film, yeah, is Come and Get Your Love. Because the movie has this kind of depressing opening um, with Peter as a kid watching his mom die and then getting abducted by Ravagers. And then the credits roll, and you see this opening sequence where there's no dialogue at all, and it's just a ship landing on this foggy planet, and then this guy in a scary looking mask kind of just he gets out, and it's like, oh, what's he gonna do? And then he walks into this cavern. He he has this thing clipped on his belt, and he clicks a button, and he takes off the mask, and then he just starts dancing. And that scene right there sets the tone for the whole movie. That it's just this fun film that uses music perfectly. And I think that song was a really good choice for that specific scene because it it's just a phenomenal song where he's it's just so catchy and so much fun as he's just kind of dancing around, and then it abruptly stops as you get into the plot. But it's just a fun little scene where you just get to see a lot of just what makes Star Lord special in this one scene where he's just dancing to this song. Good stuff. In the second movie, this is another tough one because you got Brandy, You're a Fine Girl, which admitted it's a kind of cheesy song. Sure, I don't care. I really like it. I think Mr. Blue Sky used as in the opening is really good, and then I'd say it's like a toss up between Father and Son from the end and the one that I'm actually gonna go with, which is Come a Little Bit Closer by Jay and the Americans. And this one isn't used for like an emotional thing, really, because I think Father and Son is a really perfect song to close out the movie on. But Come a Little Bit Closer is just so entertaining as a song, and it's used in one of the best action scenes from any of the Guardians movies, in my opinion, where there's not really much action happening. It's kind of just Yondu whistling and his arrows just flying everywhere and killing all these people who uh, revolted against him, killed all the people who were loyal to him in any way, and then attacked his friends, and it's just so satisfying and so much fun. I really enjoy watching Yandu whistle and his arrow just going through people and how long it takes them to fall down. Man, I it's just such a you get this little sequence where Groot gets revenge, this shot where Rocket shoots a guy through a door, and the scene where Yandu he's just having a blast laughing, killing a bunch of guys, and then he sees Taserface and he's like, oh. And then he lights his arrow on fire, and then Taserface, buffoon that he is, moves aside and he's like, ha ha. And then everything blows up around him, and then he dies, and it's awesome. Such a fun scene. And then for Guardians 3, admittedly, I don't know the soundtrack nearly as well, but I think there were a lot of really good songs in this movie. Um, Both songs that were featured in the trailer, "Since You've Been Gone" was one of them that was really good. Um, the song in the beginning, "Creep," it was really good as well. "No Sleep Till Brooklyn" was used really well, much better than it was in the Mario movie. Like it was just I think that that sequence where that song was used was the best action scene from the film, and it was just stellar. It was all like one take, and it was unbelievably gruesome. I enjoyed it a great deal. And I think my favorite song from the movie that was used was "Dog Days Are Over." It was just such a perfect song that fit the ending of this trilogy so well. The lyrics are exceptional, and it's just a great way to close out. Yeah, I got teary towards the end of that song when I was watching the movie earlier today. So yeah, that's my choices for my favorite song from each Guardians of the Galaxy film. Pick your own down below. And I didn't do the holiday special because I didn't love that soundtrack, to be quite honest. But it was short. There were only like two songs in it, but keep calm and watch on.